boys. Paper 2, trial. Question 1A, state the activities that took place during the dedication of Jesus in the temple, as found in Luke chapter 2, verse 22 to 40. So we read our Bibles first. One verse, we read each one verse. Luke chapter 2, verse 22 to 40, the activities that took place during the dedication of Jesus. Verse 26, page 56. Verse 27. Verse 34.
And when they had performed everything according to the law of the Lord, they returned to Galilee, to their own city Nazareth.
Yes, so the activities that took place during the dedication, you're supposed to narrate them the way they follow each other. So Jesus was taken to where? To Jerusalem to be presented to the Lord by his parents. Simon took Jesus up in arms and blessed the Lord. Simon said that he was ready to die because he had seen God's salvation. He blessed the parents of Jesus. That is, Simon blessed the parents of Jesus. And he told Mary specifically that the child was set for the fall and rising of many in Israel. Anna spoke of Jesus as the one who was looking for redemption of Jerusalem. So the parents performed everything according to the law of the Lord. That is, they offered a pair of turtle doves and pigeons. And then they returned home. So know what the main points are. You highlight them and you ensure there are 8 points. Question 1b. Give 7 similarities between the Annunciation of birth of John the Baptist and that of Jesus. So how are they similar? Number 1, both children were given names, or rather you can say the angel Gabriel gave the names of both the children. Both the children were sons, or you can say they were male. Both would be great in their mission. We could have even started with Gabriel delivered both messages. So he delivered the message for Mary and the message for Zachariah. Both Mary and Zachariah were afraid. Both questioned the possibility of the message. How was it possible? Both Zachariah and Mary were righteous people. Both mothers, that is Mary and Elizabeth, who are John the Baptist was the mother the mother was Elizabeth, and the mother of Jesus was who? Mary. So both of their mothers had not had other children before. That is, these were their first children. Mary and Zachariah were given signs to confirm the message. And lastly, both would be great in their mission. Question 1c, state 5 ways in which parents develop their children's spiritual life. So how do parents develop their children's spiritual life? Keyword here is develop spiritual life. Number 1 is having them baptized. Correcting them. Teaching them to read the Bible. They take them to church for dedication or for Thanksgiving. Being role models to the good role models, not just role models, but good role models to the children. Also praying to God for the God to guide the child. They also allow the children to interact with others in Sunday school. They also counsel them on spiritual matters. Question 2a, explain 4 reasons why Jesus was rejected in the synagogue at Nazareth after reading from the book of Isaiah. So when he read the book of Isaiah, why was he rejected? Number 1, because he explained that prophets are not accepted in their home areas. Because he claimed that the prophecy had been fulfilled that day. That he claimed that he was the what? The Messiah, the promised Messiah. That is what claiming that the prophecy had been fulfilled, or you can say he claimed that he was the Messiah. They also rejected him because they were surprised because they knew him as the son of the carpenter, or they knew him as Joseph's son, and yet he was saying he was the Messiah. So they were surprised. He also condemned their forefathers for killing prophets. Because he compared them unfavorably with the Gentiles. Because he claimed that his mission was to bring freedom to the captives. Question 2b, describe the healing of the Gerasene demoniac. We read Luke chapter 26 verse 39. Luke chapter 8 verse 26 to 39.
announcing what had happened, they fled and stood pointing to the city and in the country. Then people went out to see what had happened. When they came to Jesus, they found the man from whom the demons had gone, sitting at the feet of Jesus, clothed in his raiment, and they were afraid. And also a secret which told them how he who had been possessed with demons was healed. Then all the people who surrounded him asked him to depart from them, for they were sick with this fear. So he brought him to the gate and the man from whom the demon had gone was touched in the hand. But he sent him home, saying, return to your home and declare how much God has done for you. And they went away, proclaiming the word of the Lord to everyone who was there.
So you're supposed to describe the way we've described it, following each other. So Jesus' disciples arrived at the country of Gerasenes. After sailing across what? Sea of Galilee. So just say he arrived at the country of Gerasenes. He met a demon-possessed man in the city who had no clothes and lived among the tombs. When he saw Jesus, he fell before him and started speaking. What have you to do with me, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beseech you, do not torment me. So, Jesus asked the man his name. He said his name was what? Legion. You don't have, because in a previous exam I saw you talking about the meaning of the legion, but you're just supposed to say his name is Legion. Don't explain the meaning unless you're asked. So the demons were commanded to do what? Jesus commanded the unclean spirit to come out of the man, but the demons asked what? They begged Jesus to send them into the pigs, which were feeding on the hillside. So Jesus let them, and the demons left the man and entered the swine, and the animals ran and drowned in the what? Into the sea. Don't forget, it's not the river, into the sea. The herdsmen, remember these herdsmen were the ones who were looking after the pigs. So what had happened? They fled to the city and told people. So people came out to Jesus to see what had happened. So when they came, they saw the man who was previously demon-possessed with clothes and sitting at Jesus' what? Feet. So all the people were afraid, and they told Jesus to leave their what? Their territory. So Jesus got into the boat and returned. The man who had been healed wanted to accompany Jesus, but Jesus told him to go and proclaim to others what God had done to him. Or what God had done for him for. Describe, Give reasons why some Christians choose celibacy as an alternative to marriage. Yes, celibacy is whereby people don't marry, right? So, why do some Christians choose celibacy or to remain celibate? Is due to negative peer influence, poor role models, so that they can follow the example of Christ, to adhere to church doctrines, career demands, in order to dedicate their lives to serving God. Identify 7 reasons that led to a polygamous marriages in society to today. Why are some reasons that lead to polygamous marriages today? Number 1 is due to barrenness. If you marry the first wife and cannot bring forth children, so you marry the second one to bring forth. So barrenness. Lack of sexual satisfaction. Pressure from relatives and friends. Need for social status. Also to show off one's wealth. Being rooted to traditional customs. Need for labor force. So you're marrying many wives so that they can be a source of labor. And also the children that they bring forth can be a source of labor. And also as a sign of men's power over women's force. Give 7 obstacles to effective maintenance of law and order. So why can the society not be able to maintain law and order? Number 1, there is what? Increase in crime rate. So there is a lot of, the rate of crime has increased. Therefore, the law enforcement officers cannot cope with the workload. So you just say that. Number 2, there is high rate of unemployment. If people are they're unemployed, they can easily get into what? Into crime. Extreme poverty. All forms of discrimination. Incitement by politicians. Greed for material wealth. This is an obstacle to effective maintenance of law. Bribery and corruption. Delay in delivery of justice. For example, some of the court cases are taking a long time. So therefore, people can be involved in crime. They don't see any help from the government. due to unequal distribution of resources. List 7 ways of acquiring wealth in traditional African communities. How can you acquire wealth? There's through receiving gifts, through raids, through barter trade, through inheritance, also through compensation when you're compensated, through hard work, exploiting natural resources. Identify 6 ways in which Christians use print media to preach the gospel. So using print media to preach the gospel. Number 1, there is displaying Christian posters. Reading the Bible, or you read Christian literature, that is print media. Selling magazines with Christian messages. Teaching C.R.E. using textbooks or Christian textbooks. Imprinting Christian messages on various objects, like you imprint messages, Christian messages on t-shirts, on caps, or capes. They're called capes. Use of encyclopedias to explain Christian messages.